The scout. Watch out for information, but no such thing will be gained above the CT side. Starvin, meanwhile, getting Sanji. Kicks things off towards Monster. SMG frag. Maintain the two-man advantage here for the CT side. 45 seconds, bomb on the back of Fitch. Jay moving in towards Long. Got to find some sort of way of wrapping in against Avangar. Just 30 seconds remaining. Smoke and Molly at the ready for Fitch, but really needs the flashbang to allow James to enter. Flashbangs on James instead. Essa tag here for the defensive. Watching on towards Short as both players slowly peek up, and it's only going to be really left to Essa tag, who's giving his control away. 7 seconds, and they do face in against him. Going to get the kill? Nope, the scout shot does turn it around, and well, Fitch does get away with the bomb plant. 2 versus 3. Freiburg not spotted. Close range positions as James aggresses. Low HP in his own factor. Offers away from back now, try and keep the CT suppressed. No information being caught off. Finally, Freiburg spotted and sprayed, but not taken out as James dealt with. All left for the AK of Fitch. 1 frag, 2 frags, trying to get the spray. Does get both the headshots. Blocking against Freiburg. Bursts through, does damage, but doesn't get the kill. As Freiburg will hold on. Fitch almost held on of his own right. The spray transfer on the dumpsters area. Good, but not good enough. 15-3. Map point for Heroic. And Avangar getting beaten down by the Danes. AKs and AWPs. Scouts brought down the AUGs of the Heroic squad. Is a full buy for Avangar, a bit more of a forced buy for Heroic than they really like to, but they've got the firepower, they have the automatic weapons, they have the snipers, then they need to turn everything to their favor. They only need 1 out of 12. Avangar need 12 out of 12 in order to take control. Try and keep themselves alive on the first map of the series. It is only the first map of the series, so remember that much at least. Bit of breathing room in the sense that Dust 2 is next, but even so, with this kind of performance being posted up here by the Kazakhstanians, I don't imagine how much stock is there remaining. $60 seconds left on the clock. Avangar up and into the mid and the long faces. Bomb on the back of Sanji. Blame. Moves Essa tag over on the A site face. Nice start by James. Opening kill for Avangar, and it will force rotations from several CT players coming in. Still got 1 man over here on the bomb site, and he's going to have to be the main man of the defensive. Molotovs try and force him away with Nathan and Freiburg. Loads of damage done. The spray comes in on Sanji, takes him down, but Fitch there with a response trade. 3v4, and eventually 2 players remain for Heroic. Make it just 1 as Kicker gets his double kill and gets control for the Avangar side. Finally, one of very few confident rifle rounds we've seen out of Avangar. They start things off on T side as appropriate. But again, it's 1 round out of 12 that Avangar need to try and bring back to overtime. And Heroics, is that it? Okay. NATO Slavic's trying to go for the Ninja Defuse. The smoke didn't quite land though. Thrown off kilter by 1 man close. Kicker keeps the sneakiness away from the CT side. Imagine if NATO went for that Ninja Defuse though. That would have been ridiculous. The Deagle's out here on the eco round. Aggressive faces coming in from the likes of Freiburg. The P250 up close against Kicker. Aggression, oh, the triple boost. Blame gets 2 headshots, and Freiburg looks in for one. He will get traded back, but they've gained the man advantage. They've dropped some rifles. Buster will start working in towards the mid face, but Heroic, a big start from Blame. A big strap from Heroic. All the info gathering, and of course 2 kills as Avangar didn't check it. Now Buster in towards long, looking for a bit more. Blame will spot him. Esatag coming up with the shoulder bait. Getting the info out, and Esatag just waiting back here with NATO Safix. USP at the helm. Both players here. Buster. Swing out, sprays Manic. He doesn't get them all. Kicker and Sanji, last 2 players standing, and now there's rifles to work with. The AK and the AWP picked up for NATO Safix and Starvin. NATO spotted. Rotations will be coming in. The AWP strikes us on to Sanji. 1v3, and I can't believe Heroic are about to do it on an eco. 1 kill comes in. Nate responds to NATO. She should land close and take him down. Hold the phone. We're not done yet. The deagle in from Blame. He's got himself 3 kills. Can he end up with the Quadra at the end of the map? 25 seconds. Sanji looking on land, back up against him, and Blame spots Deagles down and wins out the fight. 16-4, and Heroic are going to take the map. The first one in the series over past their own pick, and on an eco round of all things as well. It's not going well for Avangar, but Dust 2 is their home turf. It's the map that they decided to fight on here for this best of 3. Don't go anywhere, because after this short break, it will be our second of potentially 3 maps after this.
ESL 1 Cologne. These roads intersect, on each one I reflect. These lines write my story. These places change me, each one replacing. Like night into morning, I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you like we used to. Guess I'm better off alone, never know when I'll get home, but I know that home's where the heart is. Guess I'm better off this way, moving to better days, but I know that home's where the heart is. Home's where the heart is. The endless journey, I need not worry. I'll get where I'm going. I made it this far, beyond where you are, and I'll keep on growing. I miss the open air, the going anywhere, riding with you like we used to. Guess I'm better off alone, never know when I'll get home, but I know that home's where the heart is. Guess I'm better off this way, moving to better days, but I know that home's where the heart is.
ESL 1 Cologne.
Welcome back to the ESL 1 Cologne qualifiers here for the European region. We're into map 2 between Heroic and Avangar. And Heroic, if you missed it, have absolutely destroyed their opponents on the likes of Overpass. It was not a pretty sight for an Avangar fan, unfortunately. Yeah, 16 whole rounds to a grand total of just 4 posed up by the Kazakhstanians. It was not a very good time to be Avangar. It was not a very good time at all. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that stands over for the likes of Dust 2, because it is once again a pretty good map for Heroic. They've had 4 maps in the last 3 months. European closed qualifier for the minor, and the ESL Pro League season where they had that map against FaZe, which went 16-11. But of course, on the other side of the field, Avangar had a lot more experience on this map against some middling, sort of like, you know, up and down sort of teams. They've had Mouse Sports, they've had Ghost, they've had NIP, they've had Optic, they've had Dream Eaters, they've had Pact. They've had all these different talents, and certainly the main thing that stands out to me is the volume of Dust 2s in between these two squads, which means I'm going to go over to the favor of Avangar, but I still think it's going to be close. Let's find out where the cards fall and who is going to be going to the... not the minor. Wow. Casting too much Star Ladder. No. Who will be going to ESL 1 Cologne? It could well be Heroic on Dust 2. Let's find out with the pistol round. The smoke flash for Buster. I think a second flash also in play to get them out towards the longhouse control. A smoke molly for Kicker. The default pistol's coming in for the T side line. Other than that, as they make their way in and out to the A long positions. Not down USP for NATO, gets the first man, tries to lamp tags onto the second, gets that headshot of Sanji, and now his teammates can swing him, but Fitch chimes back, and NATO does get his 3k on for kicker of the 4k, and NATO just lands it. Easy as that for control of the heroic squad. One man left in James, and ESL will catch him off on the backstab. NATO with 5 points of health and 4 kills to his name. A first on the board for heroic. They claim easy control of the pistol round. UMP, MP9, AUG for ESL and a scout in Venato Suffix. The early plays out from the heroic side will get utility down against Avangar, stop them from getting early control into the long position. P250 for James, Deagle in for Sanji, 3 Glocks out for Fitch, Buster and Kicker. It is an eco. And that in particular is all just semantics for the T-side line. ESL with the AUG. Blame with the SMG out behind the mid door. Spray on Buster, spray on Sanji. Tries to get that triple, can't quite make it happen. He's got loads of money out of that particular exchange though, and James extremely low, so the best they can do is get that SMG. Potentially do some damage here for Avangar. For now though, man of arch for heroic, no Kevlar still to work with. Sprays in with the UMP of Freiburg as he tries to catch off Kicker. Meanwhile, James will go forward into the other SMG on the other side of the map. And Fitch with the P250 is the last man standing. Gets the first. Maybe a bit more against the likes of Fitch here. Close range P250 shots UMP, takes him down. They will be able to get their second kills to Starvin. And Blame makes decent cash out of the round. 2 rounds on the board for heroic now, starting in against Avangar. Very, very standard stuff here. The AWP of James, and the AK is coming through with a Krieg for Sanji. The rifles are standard with control out from the T's going down into the B tunnels, in towards the lower B tunnels in particular for the mid face as well. Kicker flashing in his teammates. Fitch will move in. Starvin watching with the AUG. Aids in. Oh, Buster and Sanji getting caught off guard. A bit more of a significant HP advantage now for the CTs, even though they are a little bit worse for wear on the weapons. They could still get this round together. Buster and Sanji, first 2 players to face them up. Really die here. Starvin proves a 3-man lineup and a spray down. James trades it back with the AWP, but now there's another CT here to face, and in the end they fall back, but they've got bomb control on the CT side. ESL just spraying down through the tunnels of the entrance. And Freiburg wrapped back into the other side of the entrance, catching off James, burst on through. Can't get the AWP down, but he knows that he's got him suppressed. He knows he's got info on where the T-side players are playing in from. James takes him. Flashbang also heard, so he knows that there's a second player up here, so that's information gained by heroic, but they don't really need to act upon it. They can just hold back, hold on to their weapons, and hold the B bomb side because they've got bomb control. Avangar need to come to them. 20 seconds on the clock. Looking like they will not challenge for this one. So it will be a 3-0 start for heroic.
Counter-terrorists win.
Of course, lack of money going into this one will already drop the AWP of NATO straight on James with a boost up. And ESL ready for the next man in the mid phase. It's looking so confident from heroic in the early part of this one, just like it did over on overpass. The rifles will get recovered by Buster and Fitch. The question is, what kind of damage can they do with these rifles? What kind of kills can they find? What kind of setup can they make? Don't think much of anyone right now here for Avangar at this stage. All pin for Buster, ready against the likes of Starvin, who spots his head and takes him down. Bullet to the chest, and S tag. Re-smokes it, Molotov's in, trying to see if he can keep Buster away. Smokes at the ready is Fitch and Sanji. April looks to be a short hit coming in from Avangar. They have established a man disadvantage, but they have established map control all the same. Smokes down on towards the short position, nades in from Blame. Tries to get himself on top of the Viking area. No, he doesn't go for the boost spot. Instead, he just waits back behind the rice bags. And flashes over to get himself back over to the ramp position. A bit more hard cover available for the CT. Now 2 smokes, 2 flashes at the ready. 2 flashes go thrown up immediately. And smoke back on towards the short position. It's not going to cover them too much. They need to get one towards CT and potentially other one towards the long position. They're running out of time. They're still being suppressed. Finally, the AK swings in, takes out Freiburg. Counter molly's coming over. Blame gets out Sanji. NATO Savage going to rotate up. The T still pushing in. The bomb should get planted down towards the short position. Heroic can't deny this, but still the man advantage maintained by the CT forces. Re-smoke down on to the long plant. And Blame ready for Fitch, takes him out, leaving Buster alone in 1 versus 3. The AWP in his hands. Hell of a task ahead of him. NATO peaks, Blame boosted up. He'll catch him off instead. Boost up kill. It's 3 kills for Blame in this round, and the 4th on the board for Heroic overall. The double ops in for S-Tag and NATO Suffix. 3 AUGs for the CT side. And of course, Avangar facing out towards the longhouse. Once again, it's James a bit pushed away, but the early Molotovs in with the CT forces. Not a lot of damage done to either side as of right now. Only a little bit. 10 points on James. Mid control gained out by Avangar going in through the lower tunnels. No short control from Heroic. It's just mid facing from Starvin. Flashes over, going to keep them blind and keep them from pushing in through mid to B. By extension on towards short as well. That flashbang covering off the entire of the mid position. T-side move up and into short. Now establishing that control. Fitch will start facing. Flashbang in from James. Going to check out the quick cross and if there's no one there, the CT side will try and frag back. It's NATO Safex playing on top of Car. Molotov's down towards short. Knows that those players are coming in from Freiburg. Will cut that off the long push. Org in his hands, and NATO also got Blame here to play contact on the bomb site directly. Fitch now, Molotov off that bomb site, and not see Blame close. He'll lurk in the smoke. 25 seconds remaining for Heroic. Blame with the opening kill. Freiburg right around the corner here towards the longhouse, and Kickout will take him out here. The footsteps get the headshot. Stand back at evens. 15 seconds for the hit. Is this attack with one of the orbs? Tries to trade back, tries to keep control. Indeed he will alongside the likes of Starvin. Bomb drop. Kickout left to just lick his wounds and run for the hills. It's Heroic. Get 5 in a row on CT side. As the default from Avangar took too long and didn't get enough done. Of course, that leaves a 5-0 on the board. Avangar will have to surmount going into the remainder of this T-side half. Deagle's up on 3. CZ at Jame. AK for Kicker. Bit of aggression coming in towards that mid position. Jame watching out. Trying to check out somebody on the scaffolding in the mid to be face, but no one will be there. Again, Heroic playing carefully and playing around the common angles that Avangar can peek in and the easy angles that they can peek in from. You know, not going to go close towards the door at mid doors, for instance. Not going to face up directly down the mid line. Flashes over the T's. Ooh, Juice tries to take this time. Smokes down, needs to respond. Doesn't do as much damage for Blame as he would have wanted to, but Fitch still tagged at 87 to start for Heroic. With the HP compilation onto the fact that there's only Deagles and CZs, 1 AK here for the T side. Molotovs in from Blame, going to do even more damage, potentially forcing him to fall further back out of the short position, and he will be successful for the moment. "30 seconds for the Avangar hit. We've got one player at CT, one on the bomb site itself. Gonna flash his way into the Viking area, spot out 2. Spray doing damage on the first and getting the kill on the second, but traded back immediately. And a spray for the gap and a smoker kicker gets Benio Safix down. So man advantage gotten by Avangar. One plant can get secured. Kicker? What? Why are you burning? What did you do? Why did you hold back a goose when you knew that was going to be an issue? Fitch will trade back on Starvin meanwhile, but all 3 players now on 33 points of health or lower for the T-side line. Heroic could easily take control of this, and indeed Freiburg will take out James. Tapping his way on through, trying to look for Buster, will get his headshot. 3 kills for the man, and Fitch, last man standing for 2 headshots of his own right. Flashes over, catches him completely blind. Freiburg knows he's going to face up, taps on tap, spray comes through, and he gets his 4K. Avangar doing damage on the half bite. Probably could have gotten a bit more out of that round, to be honest.
Counter-terrorists win.
Once again, an undefeated streak established by Heroic. AK's AWP's in for Avangar. Flashes over from Fitch, he looks at the Starvin and takes it off his shoulders. Blind spray, finally getting something going here for Avangar. A man advantage available for the CT forces is going to be taken away by Kicker as well on the trade. Freiburg down, 1 point of health left for the man. He doesn't face anything against the nade here from Stato Safix, so. Molotov's in on Blame, he gets himself out of dodge. Nades will get responded to by the likes of S-Attack here, trying to force them out of the B tunnels, and they will be successful in doing so. Now they've got to rotate up and try and expect them to go towards the A site again. Nato Safix is going to be the man to try and defend against it. Molotovs keep suppression. Very little cover out in the open, now turning on towards the open position where Kicker is. AWP of S-Attack strikes towards mid. Finally, something going with the favour of the CDs. Nato Safix lines up a secondary kill as well. Doubles up the turn back to 2 versus 2, and a HP advantage sits to the favour of the Heroic squad. Buster going to plant down on default. We stand at evens. S-Attack, will he go for the Kelly shot? May just do, he may just be successful. Buster spray, deals with Blame, now it's all up to S-Attack as the last man standing. Gonna go for a hero-like play here for Heroic. He does go for the Kelly shot, but whiffs it out. And Kicker takes his 2K as a result. 1 point of health throughout the entire round, and he still managed to end up with 2 frags. There are caveats aside and everything, but... And a pause will be called. This one is tactical for Heroic. That's kind of surprising, actually. I mean, not as surprising, actually, now that I think about it. Economy is a little bit awkward for Heroic. $1,600 on Blame in particular, and Starvin on $3,000. Gonna have to think about this one. Do they want to go for the force up? And it looks like they do. Orp in M4, 2 SMGs and a CZ for Blame F. Four men stacking over to the A bomb site here on long control. Is this a good call for Heroic? Starvin, the only man defending the B bomb site, and he's only got an SMG. Put the M4, the AWP there, then maybe I might be able to give you a little bit of credence, but heavy stack and getting in towards short and CT spawn. I look for an opening frag here for the Heroic squad, and the boost up from NATO Sapphics as well. Going to challenge in from James. Actually not boosted anymore. Goes down instead. James catching his shoulder. Close range positions at the corner. Spray in from S-Attack does do damage on the Fitch, but doesn't take him down. Avangar get onto short. James will start to exit out with the AWP. Look down at the CT spawn. Has he dropped yet? No, he's not. He's going to go back towards short. And 45 seconds still left for him and the rest of Avangar to work with. James gets another. Starvin still here. Two players to line up. Buster traded. Second spray down. Has a bit of damage on the James. The nade should do a bit more damage in fact. And indeed, he'll try and take down Kicker. Not quite Sanji though. Flashbang's going to harass down USP. Still at the helmet. He does get traded. Backstab coming in from Freiburg. Being out towards the mid position. Can he catch up the likes of James? He can, but he can't quite get the kill. Flashbang's over. We'll spot him. We'll spray. And Blame will come in with the AWP pickup as the SMG continues to face around the corner here for the Heroic side. Eventually, moving into the B site retake as the bomb is about to go down. Heroic still with a chance, even if it is a slim one. Flashbang is in, no defuse kit in hand. Freiburg makes way out towards Car, and a Fitch will deal with him, so Blame has got the save. That automatic weapon was still in play, then maybe, but not to be today. So we go 6-2. Avangar. Another round on the board for them. Eco out for Heroic, AWP for Blame. Or in for James, doesn't quite catch off the first man. This time, Nap's still watching out for Freiburg here. The bomb is, of course, on the AWP's back, and we'll get the information out for the TT side. Flashes in USP's out, trying to tap on towards Sanji. Will spot him, but can't take him out. Blame also with the AWP with a good shot for the CT side. The only rifle in play. S-Attack gets damage on the Sanji, but Sanji comes up with the kill. Blame moves further inland to try and find another. Meanwhile, aggression from Starvin. To bracket in the fact that the CT's information out against the likes of the T side may be able to stack in the three players up here. Two USPs and an AWP. AWP to watch the cross, CTs and the USPs to watch out the actual bomb site itself. Smokes go down. What can Freiburg do? USP up close, trying to find the damage. Fitch will catch out his teammate. Look on to the second, and just like that, CT setup is dismantled and the bomb will go down. Blame just going to opt to fall back here. Hold on to the AWP. More worth it than just this attempt at a clutch against Avangar. It was an eco round, so you can't blame too much on the Heroic side for how the outcome turned up. But now with 3 rounds lost bonus kicking in their favour, we should be seeing a buy come through from the CT forces. The AWP already in play, so it will look confident. Blame can drop rifles. But out to NATO Safix immediately, who starts getting some other AUGs out for the CT sign. Investment will come through on 3. Freiburg also to buy up to the M4 for the 4th. The AWP, again, for NATO Safix, seeing what he can do. Early face out towards the longhouse coming through. NATO will be there with a 4-man stack, and again, leaving the likes of Esatag alone on B. It's fortunate for Heroic that Avangar haven't gone for a rush down towards this B bomb site yet. If they do, can so easily overwhelm the likes of Esatag. Sanji and Fitch with the mid face on Xbox, flashes over to the short position. Avangar still holding the mid control, the short control. No real advances to the bomb site as of right now. Slight amount of aggression that will keep their positions held. Flashes from Blame, tries to keep them at bay on Avangar. AWP for James. Watching in a multi-type position. Fitch spraying on through. Tags him up. Second face completely blind. Opens things up for the T side one more time. Molotov's in, leaving it all to NATO and Freiburg. NATO with the AWP, cuts off the first man. Looking back in for the second, evaded the utility coming forward, but still no, does not lack out the line of Sanji. As James turns on towards CT Sports, spray in from Freiburg, deals with Kicker, and the bomb plant down towards short will keep it covered off from the lone man left on the bomb site. He'll get dealt with, as will Starvin. 2 kills for James, and a great hit coming through from Avangar. NATO with a great start of his own right there for the heroic side, but the smoke's down, the peeks away, and the missed shots from the AWP forced by the T-side line. We'll leave another pause to come through, this time on the part of Heroic again. Start things off on the right foot, but now the Kazakhstanians have found a way to work back into this one. Up in for James, starts off, taking out Esatag straight through the door. Spots him a second couple of times as they need to face around that mid position. Loses life, loses scout. Another eco coming in for Heroic as James lands a second kill out towards that mid position as standard. Simple frags coming in. 1v1's isolated again, given up to the T-side line. Avangar looking on to the long face. Sanji, Kicker, and James. Bringing together. Buster behind them all 5 players in play for Avangar. Taps on taps. James takes out Starvin. Looks in with a flick of the second man. That's a bit more confident. 4 kills to the AWP. Let him have the ace, boys. Let him have the ace. Last man left's on short. Bomb plant will be secured by Buster, so... Down the stuff coming through from Avangar again, the AWP. Good shots landed. They were anti-eco frags, but they were no less impressive. Now Avangar within 1 of the heroic lead. It's weird that. 6 rounds in a row for the CT side, followed up by 6 rounds in a row. Well, 5 rounds in a row right now from Avangar. Could well be 6. But max loss bonus from Heroic to try and deny that. Obviously Blame not getting any defuse out here. No smokes, no kit. The time is way too far gone. The double ops in play here for Heroic. Have the 3 AUGs to work with. The smokes up, the flashes over. Very little utility available for the CT side, but they still have a little bit to work with. In terms of the defaults at the very least, after that, it might come a little bit more awkward. An opening kill, preferably. The nades in. Spoiled out by S-Tag as Buster takes that face up. Mid control. Longhouse control. Sprays blind down towards the compositions in the corner and onto the cubby area behind the blue box. No kills will be going in favour of Avangar right now. They will set up what looks to be an A split. 3 players on short, 1 rotating away from the long side, actually more of an A commit down from short. 2 players to deal with this, including the AWP NATO Sapphics. He has been a little bit hit and miss with his shots on this map. As Fitch. Smoke at the ready. Counter smoke back from Blame. Going to try and find a way to work in. Either was a short hit as Avangar going to make their way out. Flashes over. 3 players push through the smoke, including the bomb. Buster going to try and join them as the 4th. A little bit of damage done back and forth between NATO and Jame. And finally, NATO strikes opening kill. He's called out towards ramp, but still the AWP looks on land. As Blame gets out Buster, the headshot not quite locked out. NATO looks back in and drops that bomb for the 2nd time. 2 kills to his name. And the T-side players forced off angle here as the last man standing will be Jame. 1v5 and the AUG on the backstab of Starvin, ready to bracket them in, realizing what Avangar were doing, and Heroic will reinstate the 2-round lead. Quick hits coming out again, trying to meet the defaults head on here. Buster out of the gate into the longhouse, looking for Freiburg, sprays him down, playing for the trade back on Fitch, and will get close, but Kickout will deal with him. Incendiaries and nades come back from the likes of NATO Sapphics to try and get damage and keep them away from pushing forward. Meanwhile, Jame aggresses, and the AWP does not take him down. He establishes short control, and Avangar can hold back a little bit, not need to aggress. One big backstab coming in from the likes of S-Tag, gets sprayed down by Sanji. Is caught off going a little bit too aggressive in this one. Jay missed out the AWP shot against NATO, but NATO is not able to respond. Smokes up, AWP shot baited in, and James can try and get himself out towards the mid doors. Ooh, stays in the corner though, jumps back forward and eventually gets a position. NATO almost catches him, but Starvin there with an adjustment. Back towards the mid face, 3v2. Starvin not ready for Buster, so it's 3v1 with the AWP of NATO up for the most difficult retake in the world. So Kicker takes him down. So Avangar able to return the favour and again strike back against Heroic. Back within 1 of the CT lead. A bomb? A buy is what I should be saying. I'm saying a bomb can come out from the CT side. Nope. The buy can come out. The AUG's on 2. AWP on NATO Sapphics dropped in and an SMG for Freiburg. Avangar. Very little aggression held out by Heroic, a much more standardized default coming through with 2 players on the long position, but 1 pushed up aggressive towards Longhouse, the other holding back at ramp to look on towards short and turn on towards long if appropriate. And NATO's decided not to face on towards that A-bomb site anymore. He's taking the mid control instead. And a bit, again, a bit hit and miss with his placings towards Car and not quite getting those shots on towards the short position as Avangar do stack up towards short. Smokes up, 40 seconds on the clock. Avangar trying to find an aggressive Heroic player, but no one's going to be pushed up so far as to the short position. Eventually, actually, Blame's going to rotate away from that short position and just concede it down to CT spawn. And NATO once again goes out towards ramp. Respawn's down to CT spawn. Blame's going to be completely cut off. We'll spot our kicker. Not seeing Fitch. The spray will get up his position though, and the flashbang completely discombobulates him. 2 quick frags for the CT back at the spawn area. Spawning out the head of the next man. Trades on Buster as NATO Savage goes down, looking for his 4th kill against Jane, but the AWP responds, and the bomb plant is allowed by Heroic. Freiburg still being the man here with the SMG. Low HP on Jame, high HP on Sanji, and that's the man who's got a challenge here. The AK will come through, and now Sanji last man standing for the 4K clutch. 1v2 scenario as they push through the fire and the flames, and gets the man down. 2 kills to his name, and the 8th on the board for Heroic will eventually go to favour of the CT side. Double up setup, looking for the opening kill, out towards mid, the first all faced, and kick up. Second one up against the likes of NATO Safix, and NATO goes down. Flashes in from Freiburg, also going to try and contest here with the rifles. The Krieg will be able to challenge next, and he gets a spray down, wins it out all the same. Star going to trade back on Jame though, get that AWP out towards the mid position, so something going in favour of Heroic, but Avangar again. Initial faces in towards the T side line. Get control above the Danes. Also, it will be a 4-on-3 situation with out towards the long pit. Blame pushing up from short, and Fitch peeking out perfectly, getting the headshot angle read so well. The AWP tag will try and back, but both CTs out mid and B site control. No A site presence established by Heroic. The AWP Starvin will get picked up, see if we can do any damage here. Molotovs in, nades and Molotovs against them. Both CTs with orbs here to try and face for the retake. The bomb will eventually go down. So they're trying to find a gap to work with, but nothing will be found. Plant eventually established here towards the default position. Buster holds back and waits. Riga Sanji. Seeing the flashbangs come over. Shit, decoy grenade entirely, scratch that. Stag turns on towards Buster, finally gets a 2 versus 2. Cregan against the mid, WP able to respond, and that will allow Sanji to peek out and get the response frag. S-Attack trades, 1v1, 3 kills to his name up for the 4K, gets him, and gets the defuse kit as well. There's 9 on the board for Heroic at the end of the half. It was a bit of a hard-fought battle though after the 6th round. Avangar eventually finding the spring in their step and is able to turn a pretty decent T-side half back to their favour. Again, 9-6 favour to the boys over from Heroic. Now Avangar have their own CT side to work with. Now there isn't a particular bias for Avangar. A bit more for Heroic though. They have a bit of a CT bias on this map. And that might be enough for Avangar to take control here on the second map. Obviously, to brief you, in case you're just joining us, it's Heroic who are in the lead on this series. They were able to win Overpass 16 to just 4. And obviously the second map will be a much closer affair than that one, but Heroic still lead by a map, and if they can take this in Dust 2, they will be going to Cologne. That's what this match is all about. Here on Avangar's map pick, they still could do some decent work here. At the very least, if nothing else for Avangar right now, they have been able to hold themselves a much better line compared to how the Overpass map went. Seeing this come out from them, seeing them hold their own is a bit more of a better feeling compared to how well things went over in the last map. And again, Avangar will be on the back foot, but they have a chance here on CT side. I imagine this actually could get a bit closer. When these boys are ready to go, we can get straight into our second half. Right now we're waiting on, I believe, Heroic to ready up. You can say the least, at the very least, a much more closer affair from Avangar and Heroic here on Dust 2. Our third map will be Mirage if we have to go there. I guess to talk a little bit about that before we get started, because much like Dust 2, both teams have had pretty impressive win rates. Higher win rate for Avangar, but Heroic have a few more results against some much higher tier talents. Actually, now that I think about it, Avangar have also had some pretty decent face-ups against the likes of Fnatic and North and Vitality and Optic in the past. So if we go to Mirage, actually, it could still go either way. I did say that I predict this map to go to the favour of Avangar off the basis of just their sheer experience they've had on Dust 2 and the fact that they picked it in some sort of level of confidence. Before they get there, though, they have to win out on Dust 2. Heroic still leading by 3 rounds. Seven away from getting this map under their control. Avangar got 10 to go before they take this one. Potentially with some overtimes, give or take a few rounds or many. Here we go with the second half pistol. Kevlar in for Avangar. Default pistols on everybody. Double flash smoke for S-Tag and a single smoke flash and P250 for Freiburg. NATO Savage goes in first contact established by Buster. Quick headshot knocking him down. The phase those 2 flashbangs and Jamin still going to be here for taps on taps. It will be Buster baited in for the kill but grab locked. Jamin one quick headshot and meanwhile S-Tag going to mount the backstabber in kicker. 3 versus 3 scenario. Bomb will go down behind the big box, behind the long box, I should be saying. Aggression coming out from Freiburg once again. PD50 spoiling out the first and the second. Gets that headshot on Jane. Fall out of the bomb site as he continues to face around and pull their attention towards the window area. That one's spotted out towards the B doors as well. Taps the first bomb. Fitch catches the whole 10 seconds and completely covered off, and indeed Freiburg swings out for his triple kill on for the Quadra against Sanji. No Kevlar, but loads of HP, and Freiburg is the man of the round for Heroic, a pistol to their favour, and that does not look good for Avangar. As Krieg in for S-Tag, starts sprays and takes out Fitch. New MPs, Krieg's, Mac 10's in for the T side with a scout out for NATO Sapphics. As bursts in from the T side. Trying to flush out this car position, but will not be able to get any kills as of it. Sanji backed up on the short position, being the only man really here for the CT forces. The push coming in from the other 3 do go out towards the tunnels. They will get some information. They potentially could isolate the kill on Starvin, especially with Sanji also being pushed up here. Can wrap it in sandwich against him, but eventually his attention turned back towards long. As here they come. P2K in hands. Flashbang. He'll be out towards short. Can't get anything done as Blame rounds the corner. Gets himself another $600 kill. The bomb plant will be secured now. Bites the tag on towards short. The kicker and James tried the stack in. Tried to go for the very aggressive play towards the tunnels. Almost found a kill for it, but in the end, not a single point of damage going to Heroic here. Post plant's a different story, may potentially a little bit done here for Avangar, but as it stands right now, Heroic are about to take a flawless round here to follow up. Kiko does take out one frag, potentially could have gone for that knife though. That would have been nice. Get an access little cash injection bonus for the CT side, but USP kill, we could be happy with that. Heroic here with a buy-in with the scouts, the double op sub coming in for Kicker and James on the rifle round. James holds his towards the A site, Kicker back of the B site. Vision's being held out for long and tunnels control, but no active faces, no aggression coming in from the CT AWPers. Aggression not coming from Heroic out towards the mid face though. Flashbang in allows two players to cross the Xbox, and Fitch will not hear those footsteps just yet. He's expecting more of a mid to B face coming out, but Heroic mostly want to play towards A. Freiburg receiving Molotovs, but will not be forced away because of them. It's going toward the longhouse corner instead of the actual longhouse itself. Avangar smokes, flashes over, S-Tag straight in with the Krieg, looking for the first man, and AWP for James strikes first, deals with S-Tag. AUG is Sanji, sprays down Freiburg, gets another kill on the backstabbing player. The bomb should be secured here. The plant is available for the likes of Sanji. Still going to face someone and try to get a kill instead. It's pretty dangerous and could potentially cost around for Heroic if they're not careful. 25 seconds. Smokes continue to go down. James still here. Flash over and Starvin will peek. Get down one headshot before he goes falling. A pretty nice headshot of its own right, but bomb being dropped again. 15 seconds. Heroic a bit overly aggressive for this one now. Sapix has got to go ahead and peek into James' angle. Got to get this bomb plant down. 9 seconds. Face up the plant back towards the big box, and James not going to face up, not going to deny the bomb plant just yet. The spray will come through from Blame as he keeps control. 3v2 favour to the CTs, and Heroic wrap back into the backstab from Kicker as Sapix is dealt with, and the AWP finishes off the job for the CT side. 7 on the board. Avangar will score their first in the second half. And Heroic, while looking confident initially, made some pretty crucial mistakes again, not going for that bomb plant immediately. Instead, the bomb planter himself facing further aggressive. First it was Sanji. Not Sanji. First it was, who was it? I think Freiburg? Or NATO Sapix, and then it was Starvin after that. Double up in play for Buster and James with scoped weapons galore for the CT side, and Heroic with a bit of a force buy of their own right. They can win the round off the back of this buy-up, then potentially they could have a decent chance of this one, but they've got Sanji on first face out towards Longhouse. Takes the spray down on Freiburg. Damage done to the second man, not quite the kill there, but James, that's what he's here for, the follow-up frag to drop that bomb and turn the man advantage to the favour of the Avangar CT side. Flashes from NATO Sapix will take out James. The sniper back in play for the T side half, but 3v3 scenario, no man advantage gained, at least not anymore. Avangar didn't have it. If the AWP stayed in play, then maybe it could still be in play for Avangar. Still got a second AWP out on Buster, who's rotating the join the A side defensive, and the good thing he does, because Kicker is now down and out. Fitch left on the bomb site. Both players on the CT side down to the CT cross. Molotov's in, lands a bit wide. Doesn't quite take him out. In the end, NATO Savix will force the peak anyway, and the spray will come through from Blame to try and keep Buster away. He'll be successful in a 1 versus 3 scenario. Damage being done to the AWPer, and he will fall back and save his big green gun. 12 for Heroic. Avangar without a lot of money to play into this round. The AWP save, but the Deagle's in on 2, 5-7 PT50 on the others. Molotov's down a standard Heroic. Just working off their defaults, knowing that Avangar could be in with a force buy in this round. They're not, but you know, Deagle headshots still count at this stage in the match. Avangar try and look for a half-buy victory, just like Heroic did at the end of the last map. Avangar will try and keep them away from the end of the second map. Something for Heroic, tries to force out Kicker. Flash from Blame and Starvin round in the corner. AK spray up, takes him down. Start for the T side. AWP here with a response though, takes out Heroic Starvin. Fall back in the CT spawn as the hit comes through towards the B bomb site. Great incendiary counters, and actually Heroic are running out of time for this one. 15 seconds, and the T's taking way too long with the default fire, but caught off guard towards the mid position. Buster deegs him out. And a 5-7 from Finch, ready for playing. Rounds the corner, gets S-Tag as well, and the AWP floats in. 5 seconds, and all Buster needs to do is deny the bomb plant. He does do so. Look on a NATO Sapphics. The spray will come through, but Sanji takes him back. And Avangar there with the half-buy gets 2 AWPs out and an 8th on the CT side. Much like earlier, Heroic taking way too long on the defaults. Way too long to make the execution actually happen, and they'll take a tactical pause for it. I don't have a lot of money, so it might just well be an eco. Quick kick comes out towards the mid position. It's NATO Sapphics leading the charge. Kicker, first man to get the kill, but also first casualty.